Welcome back to another edition of I Don't Want to Fix It. So, over the past couple days, I've been putting the factory radio back in my 1979 Corvette. Aftermarket cup holder. There we go. Also, the power antenna didn't work. Third problem that it had was a weird battery draw. Weird battery draw, right here in my right hand. I don't think this car came with a factory power antenna because there's no wiring from the back of the car up to the solenoid, the radio feeds that would power this on and off. If it was factory power, somebody took that entire part of the wire harness out. It's not cut anywhere. Those three wires, gray, white, green, are completely missing all the way back. They don't exist. So I don't think it ever had a power antenna, which is why this Chinesium power antenna was installed at some point. Let me just show you, first of all, why it doesn't work anymore, and then I'll show you how it had it wired. This end right here is supposed to be epoxy or glued onto the cap that just fell on the ground. It's not. So this really doesn't ride on this gear anymore, and it won't go up and down. It's worthless. Oh, that could have been bad. Hello, and welcome to the fuse box. This is underneath the driver's side, up by the kick panel or the vent or whatever you want to call it. Here's the wire they were running to power the antenna, which is fine, and they ran it off the radio fuse right here, which is fine. However, they ran it off the power side of the radio fuse, which means even if the fuse blew, that antenna would still be drawing power and doing whatever it's doing because it was on the wrong side of the fuse. Secondly, and that was run straight into battery right here with no fuse. And that was running all the way over here to this, which was plugged into the other part of the antenna. So I don't know that it didn't burn it up, but it was probably the battery draw until it did. Either way, that's going bye-bye. We're going with a non-power antenna for now. Here's what we're going to replace it with. It's not the whip antenna. This is the extendable antenna that you can make up to 31 inches long. One's caught a fish that big. Or you can make it this short, which is fine. It'll get good enough reception for what I need. I don't really need to have it all the way out unless I want to put up some giant flag on or something, which you never want to do on this anyways, because you'll ruin paint, and it's just a drag on the antenna, and it's fiberglass. That was way too much. You didn't need to know any of that. And I know this will work because I bought it. I don't think that this cable is going to be long enough to reach the radio, but somewhere in this garage, I've got like a 4 or 5 foot extender, which I think will give me enough to get the job done. Go ahead and unscrew the nut that's on here. Thread lightly. There we go. Thread lightly, but carry a big whip. So these 3 pieces have to come off. Now you got just this with threads and the little claw feet. Go like this, and that comes up from the bottom side where we're going. Got to get the antenna through that hole up there, past this muffler, and through basically this is my only access right here, which is going to be enough. I think I can almost reach that hole with my bare hand, so I think a skinny little antenna will definitely fit. Ooh, hello. Aha. That goes there. Should go right on there. Hopefully get some threads on it and it'll hold it in place. We'll tighten that down later. Let's go ahead and take care of getting the antenna run in through the car and up to the radio. Well, let's just get this antenna out of the way. There we go. I can't use it because it's a different style antenna. Otherwise, I would just leave it there. There we go. See, that's not too difficult. I've got this. No, that's not the right thing. Is it? I guess it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Okay. So say, that should be coming through there. There it is. Huh. So here is the cable off the antenna in the back. I did find my extension. It's a 4 foot extension, which we're gonna be close to 4 feet or more on this one, so I may need to get a different extension, but I think it'll work. If not, then I was wrong. Been known to happen. I have just now made this cable 4 feet longer. It's amazing. It is just hot and humid like you would not believe. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it is miserable here in Ohio. In the 90s. The humidity's probably also in the 90s. As soon as you walk outside, it's like you stepped out of the shower, but you were fully clothed. Not kidding, guys. Not kidding. Oh. This is like 3 to 4 inches too short. Story of my life. Here's gonna be my solution. I'm gonna plug it in the radio, and we're gonna leave it run into the carpet. And I'm gonna buy another 4 foot extension. Our new too short antenna is now connected. I can cut this thing. Goodbye, Mr. Bond. This thing's going bye-bye. And the 19 extra feet of cabling that goes with it. And I'm not even kidding. This is all extra cable. It was stuffed in right up under the parking brake. All this. Yeah. Great install, whoever did this. Fantastic. Love it. Now, I'm going to go get another 4-foot extension. We'll finish this video up and we'll have a radio that's got an antenna. Oh my God, so sweaty. And now, through the power of radio, we're back. Radio. Whatever. This should go fairly easily now because this box says easy install. So, I mean, it's all downhill from here, right? If nothing else, my ability to throw small cardboard boxes has vastly improved since I've started working on cars. Here's our good antenna. Peel the carpet just a little bit again so we can get some room. What the? Oh no. What just happened here? This could be ugly. Did I just cut the wrong one? What happened to the one that we just had? So this thing is so short that it's actually up underneath the parking brake. Yeah, no, that won't work at all. Can't do that. Slight panic as I thought I completely cut the wrong thing, but this is the one I installed on the radio. That's our 4-foot. So we're gonna add another 4 feet to the 4 feet. I'm sure that poor Chinese connections are great for radio signal, so I should have fantastic clarity. I'm gonna leave myself room here to be able to disconnect this at the back, there, and then come under my carpet to my original connection. And again, from way back in my earlier videos, you'll know that if you stick your tongue out to the side of whatever your dominant hand is, me being left-handed, that helps you do anything with fine motor skills. See how quickly I was able to thread this antenna through when I went, yeah. Everybody knows that. I've got the antenna completely hooked up front to back, side to side. Yes, okay. Now I'm just reinstalling carpet and stuff, which is cool. Much more better. Whew. That's it. There. Now that's it. We don't need that either. Now that's it. Move those pillows, which I don't need. I can totally fit in this car just fine. So last thing to do is we're going to turn the radio on and make sure we get AM because that tells you the antenna works. Generally.
A week, at least
FM, no problem.
For 2 years.
AM.
Over the Reds, ready to host the Giants tonight. The skid has forced Cincinnati into second place in the NL Central.
Now I can listen to the Reds and Giants game. Fantastic. Radio works. All right. So, what I learned from this is radio swap, not so bad. Antenna install, not so bad. Somebody else's hacky wiring on a Chinese antenna creates a lot of problems. So, if you're going to do aftermarket antennas, power antennas that is, it's not a bad thing, but do it right. There is a solenoid for this. They didn't have to cut wiring out. They could have run their own wiring from the solenoid that's underneath this armrest right here. And that would have done all the power wiring for them that they needed. I don't know why it was run the way it was run, but it was an issue and probably ultimately led to the failure of the Chinese power antenna that I just removed. So, now it's a non-issue. I've got a factory radio that works. And that's going to do it for this time because I think I'm actually melting. Drink water, change your socks, and we'll see you next time.